We give one more shout out to the Beer Garden, where you can get Soundbite Cider and Georgetown Brewing Beer. And some non-alcoholic beer and other things as well. 100% of the proceeds from the Beer Garden go to Jet City Roller Derby.
ATG, your head, sir. I like that hat a lot, but it's not regulation. That was adorable. Skaters are ready.
They're waiting.
Please, Wayne, but the officials are not ready.
Please note, DUI, solo outside pack reffing for this game.
If I could only have one, he is one I would want. Yo-Yo Mauler is ready to jam there for Rodeo City, and that is the Curly Dervish with the star on for Jet City. Okay, now the officials are ready.
And off we go.
Yes,
game
we
number
do.
2 underway. And Curly is through. Lead jammer Jet City. Yo-Yo Mauler also clears the pack. As the Curly Dervish slides through, caught up by Bonnie Riot. But a forearm penalty sending Bonnie Riot to the penalty box as the Yo-Yo Mauler through with 4 points.
Curly Dervish through with 4 of her own. Yo-Yo Mauler back at the back of the pack. Getting the worst of it from Sia. Wouldn't want to be a bump to the outside. Going to be run back. Not all the way to the edge, but far enough to make her life a little more difficult. Bumps off at Kestrel, coming through. 4 more points in the sky. Curly Dervish had 3.
But Yo-Yo
87 jam to start off the game. Hazardous Energy. And pass your fist. 4-3 pack advantage in favor of Jet City.
And Hazardous Energy lane up the inside, cleared. Lead jammer.
Georgia going to have to go have a seat in the penalty box. Currently 3-on-3 in the pack. Hazardous Energy through with 4. Pass your fist. Bump to the outside. Forced to recycle just a bit. Now having to deal with Wreck-It Rebecca there at the back of the pack.
Wreck-It Rebecca rolling to the front to continue holding Pass Your Fist back. 4 more up for Hazardous Energy. Pass Your Fist bump to the ground. Now holding the cap in hand. Reaches over and passes it off to Bonnie Riot, number 79. And Bonnie Riot forced to the infield. Now back up, held by Jojo Geef. And able to break free.
Meanwhile, Hazardous Energy found a little lane left open there by all of that action at the front. Going to squeak through with 4 more points.
16-0 jam for the B52s now. Jet City 23, Rodeo City 8.
That's Crash Panda.
Hey, and that's number 14, Laceration.
And we are, in fact, 4-on-4 in the pack as number 84, Semi-Dangerous, scrambles to get there in time before the whistle. All that matters is where you are when that whistle blows. Laceration having to deal there with a 2-wall at the front. Surly Temper Adelaide her out and Crash Smash him, making it as hard as possible. But Laceration manages to find the lane on the inside. She is through with lead jammer status. Crash Panda not far behind.
Nice work, Crash, forcing the call off, a 0-0 jam. Always good to sneak out quickly.
King Slayer wearing the star for Jet City first time tonight. Slaya also the star of the 50-50 raffle earlier in the night. Meanwhile, Copperhead back on the track in a true double copper header. Gonna jam some more.
Semi-dangerous bump back in. Oh, and a legal procedure penalty called early. That will send Psychosis to the penalty box.
Psychosis, in case it was a false start, was going to go ahead and try to yield. That didn't happen. She's going to go have a seat. We've also got a penalty coming on the Rodeo City side.
Semi-dangerous also heading to the penalty box.
Copperhead bumped out by Wreck-It Rebecca, but managed to come through with 3 before calling the jam. 3-0 in favor of Rodeo City, 23-11. Lots of derby left in the game. Leanna Klokya getting ready to jam there for Rodeo City up against V. Lucy Raptor. Once again, another jammer that liked the star so much, she volunteered for a second go-round.
3-on-3 in the pack. As Leanna Klokya bumped to the infield. Almost thought they were free, but Crash smashed them there to catch, joined by Kestrel. But Leanna Klokya clears with lead jammer. And Crash heads to the penalty box.
We got a couple procedural penalties happening, a failure to reform, and then pack destruction. Technical things happen in roller derby, and I'm so glad ATG is here to make that work, because, yeah, it's a lot. Meanwhile, V. Lucy Raptor finds a route through what's left of the pack, coming through with all 4 points. Fun fact, a skater in the penalty box is a point for free when you pass a teammate. Beautiful
Nice
pirouette
work
there from Leanna Klokya.
That was
4 points in the sky for Rodeo City.
Pretty slide through for 4. An 8-4 jam now, 27-19. Jet City with the lead.
That's less than 10 points.
It is.
I don't math, but those are small numbers. That is the Curly Dervish.
Jamming against number 48.
Yeah, that is
Yo-Yo
Baller. I have to be able to see their numbers.
It does help. Curly Dervish up the outside edge, grabs lead jammer. Yo-Yo Baller forced back. Allison Thunderland and Wreck-It Rebecca combining to knock everyone down. As Curly is through with 4 points. Star pass complete. Yo-Yo Mauler handed off to Hula C Nation. As Curly Dervish clears with a second 4 points. Surly Temper on the run back, pulling Hula C Nation all the way to the back of the pack. A back block being called on Surly.
Curly Dervish back again, getting it from 6th Amendment, manages to do a beautiful little pirouetting motion, staying inbounds. 4 more points in the sky for Jet City. Golly, I love it when the juniors age up. Curly Dervish finds a lane there on the inside thanks to Malice.
And Hula C Nation finally completes the initial pass, getting past Allison Thunderland. That's the Curly Dervish. Falls to the ground, taps the hips. And
4 points at that.
And a low block called on the Curly Dervish, because you can't just lie there.
If you lie there and someone trips on you, you are in fact guilty. And that is ATG's assessment of the situation, and I'm going to trust him on that because that was way over there.
Yes.
So that is a power start for Pacifist.
Power start and a blocker advantage in the pack.
Indeed.
And the sweep was perfectly wide enough for Pacifist to get clear with lead jammer. As your fist swinging out, loses footing. Slides out as Georgia Ogif forced to the infield.
Ariel Payne doing a great job playing offense, just not quite enough for the Jammer to take full advantage. Pass your fist is through, going to be chased all the way to the edge of the engagement zone by Georgia Ogif. Meanwhile, the Curly Dervish is back on the track, hat in hand, through the pack.
Curly Dervish engaged. Pass your fist. Calls off the jam. Curly picks up one. Hassia picks up one.
1-1.
4-point jam win for Rodeo City. Now 46-24 with 20 and a half minutes to go in the first period.
That is Crash Panda. That is Laceration.
Laceration held up by Psychosis and Kestrel, and Crash Panda lead Jammer Jet City. This Laceration rolled back by Sia Wouldn't Wanna Be Ya. Four points up for Crash Panda. And a star pass off. Laceration handing off to 404. CC later.
Beautiful shoulder check there by Psychosis at the front of the pack. Psychosis, who you may remember from outside pack refereeing the previous game. Crash Panda, meanwhile, through with 4.
And finally, we're getting the Sia Wouldn't Want to Be a versus CC later that I've been hoping for all day. Crash Panda picks up 4 more, a 12-0 run. Now 58-24.
Penalty called there on Kestrel at the very end of the jam. They're shrugging. They're like, I guess I might have did it. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. Copperhead getting ready to jam against Hazardous Energy. Pack is currently 3-on-3. Although that Rodeo City blocker, that Sith Amendment, they were standing, up and running now. She is back in the pack. Up, Hazardous Energy called on a cut track penalty. Thank you, Global.
And Copperhead with the star in hand, so no lead jammer this jam. We'll go for 2 minutes. Copperhead clears the pack. Pops the star back on.
Anyone in the stands who has never played roller derby, I promise you, 2 minutes sounds like it's not very long, but on roller skates, it is an absolute eternity. Copperhead knows she is in for a grind.
Kestrel back out of the penalty box, so all 4 defenders on the track for Jet City. Hazardous Energy now returning from the penalty box. It's Rodeo City.
Copperhead coming forward, looking for a lane on the outside. Instead, finds the backside of Georgia Ogif. Held down there by Allison Thunderland. And Kestrel at a big 3-wall. Bump to the inside there by Allison Thunderland. Forced to run all the way back. Meanwhile, Hazardous Energy looking for a way forward. Instead, finds Bonnie Riot.
Bonnie Riot teaming up with Sith Amendment. Holding the front. Georgia now trying to play a little offense and sneakily grabbing the star. First star pass of the game for Jet City.
That was an excellent sneaky star pass. Georgia Ogif now with the star, dealing with the last line of defense right there at the front.
Bonnie Riot having to let go, and Georgia completes
Bonnie Riot
the initial pass.
Go in time. Gonna go have a seat for that. Meanwhile, Georgia Ogif is the jammer of record and is in fact going to put up 2 points. Meanwhile, Copperhead did have all 4 in the hat there at the end of the jam.
2 minutes, 6 total points. That's a lot of work. 60-28 with 16:20 to go in the first period. V Lucy Raptor.
They out of clock, yeah. V Lucy Raptor. 4-3 pack advantage in favor of Jet City. for some time more than 10 seconds. Sia wouldn't want to be it with some fierce offense there at the front. Now moving back, so trying to hold that jammer. B52s Raptor against the last line of defense. She is through.
B52s Raptor slices through one to beat Hulasi Nation. Juked right past as Leanna Klokya close
to
but
the
bumped
inside
out.
there by Sia wouldn't want to be ya.
B52s Raptor held, not bumped out, but held close, and this time bumped to the infield. No run back as everyone fallen down, including Lucy.
B52s Raptor down but not out there at the back of the pack. Looking for a lane, find some offense, then a juke through with 4 points.
Lucy taps the hips, calls off the jam, and we have an official timeout called, which means it's a good time to talk about beer. If you know a brewery that has way too much delicious beer and they need to share it, let them know that Jet City Roller Derby is looking for a beer sponsor. We will serve their beer at all our bouts right next to a fancy banner with their logo and put their...
That rolling whistle says it's just about time. As does the Fat King Slaya and Pacifist have taken the jammer line. And I took up so much time talking, the whistle blew and the jam is on!
King Slayer pushing towards the front, but held captive by all 4 blockers until Psychosis knocks some people out of the way. And King Slayer lead jammer. Pacifist also held back by Psychosis and Wreck-It Rebecca, with 123 Pinkerton acting as the anchor for a bit.
King Slayer was bumped to the inside just enough to need Psychosis out of the stripes and into the penalty box. Going to be called for a direction of gameplay penalty.
I think ATG is like, man, you were just calling these penalties. You should know not to commit them.
I mean, knowing better and doing better are not the same thing.
Solid point. Kingsley with 4 points.
Bumped to the inside by a beautiful hip check by Semi Dangerous. Going to be run all the way back to the edge of the engagement zone. Forced out once again.
Silent but violent. Picks up the star, picks up 4 points.
King Slayer did have one in the hat at the end of that pass. 5-4 in favor of Jet City. 13 and a half minutes or so left in the half. Remember, the 50-50 raffle drawing will be at halftime of this game, and then last call will also be at halftime of this game. So if you have beverages yet to be drunk, now is in fact the time.
There will also be an airplane toss during halftime. There's a lot going on at halftime. Laceration, the Curly Dervish, jamming right now, 12 minutes and 51 seconds before halftime. Curly pushing to the front and pushes clear with lead jammer as Laceration escapes the pack and races ahead of Kestrel. Now chasing down Curly. Curly slices outside. Comes in, sees that blocker had rolled back farther.
Ran all the way back there by Surly Temper. Curly Dervish finds a teeny tiny lane on the outside. She is through. 4 points in the sky.
Oh, and a cut track called on number 01, Ariel Payne for Rodeo City.
Curly Dervish comes in, looking for a hole, doesn't find it. Instead, just manages to stay in bounds. 3 points in the sky, bump to the outside, going to call the jam. Meanwhile, 4 points in the hat there 4 laceration. 7-4 jam in favor of Jet City. Little more than 11 minutes left in the half. It's 11 minutes left to order your beverages, friends. Little more than that to get your 50-50 raffle tickets. You know you want them.
Copperhead jamming against Hazardous Energy. And Hazardous Energy wide open lane on the outside. Takes full advantage to grab lead jammer. Copperhead quick pass over the middle to Hula C Nation. And Hazardous Energy finding room again through the pack for 4. Hula C Nation bumped out, rolled back by Psychosis. As Ariel Payne returns to the pack.
Cut track penalty called against Hula C Nation. We're in the star there for Rodeo City. That is a power jam for Hazardous Energy.
Hazardous Energy 12 so far on the jam, tripped up, rolling through the pack. Unfortunately by her own player, so no penalty rule.
Hazardous Energy not down, not out. Psychosis coming through, looking to open a hole. Also goes down.
And Hazardous Energy calls off the jam. Did get all 4 points, because you don't have to get out of the pack to pass somebody.
The points are in the hat. As soon as you earn them, they stay there until the hat emerges from the engagement zone. No matter who's wearing it or if it's in your hand. Velociraptor is wearing that hat right now. Looking to put up some more points here for Jet City Roller Derby.
Brief power start as Hula C Nation standing in the penalty box. So somewhere between 10 and 0 seconds left.
Beautiful bump there by Semi-Dangerous, looking to slow Velociraptor down just enough to get their jammer out of the box and into the pack. Which indeed did work and happen, but Velociraptor still managed to emerge victorious. Lead jammer status for Jet City Roller Derby.
Nice work by the Jet defense, rolling back to the front after Hula C Nation had gotten through. But Hula clears to complete the initial. Velociraptor on the scoring run. Bump to the infield, calls off the jam. 2 of the possible 4 points. That'll take Jet City to 98, Rodeo City 36 with 8.5.
Thing I don't think you mentioned yet tonight is if this looks like fun and you are not yet an adult or there is a child in your life who would like to play roller derby, Mob City Junior Roller Derby does have representatives here in the crowd tonight, and you can chat with any one of them about getting started in Junior Roller Derby. We will teach you to skate. We will teach you the rules of roller derby, and you too can grow up to look just like this.
Crash Panda jamming against Leanna Klokya. And Crash Panda out first. Lead jammer Jet City. Leanna Klokya. Ooh, runs into Kestrel, but able to shrug it off and break through. Solid strength to stay in bounds on that hit.
Little bit of a pack destruction called against Georgia Ogif. She's going to go have a seat for 30 seconds. Meanwhile, Crash Panda is going to race past Ariel Payne through the pack with a juke and a jive. 4 points in the sky and a call-off.
A 4-4 tie, but that does take Jet City over the 100-point mark. Now 102-40.
King Slayer back on the jammer line, this time squaring off against Pacifist. 4-3 pack advantage in favor of Rodeo City.
Kingslayer throwing a little shoulder at Pacifist. Fist like, okay, whatever.
Semi-Dangerous once again there at the back of the pack at the start of the jam. Been pretty effective so far. Making sure to give a big, solid, strong hip check to whoever's wearing the star for Jet City. That pack strung out 10 feet, 10 feet, 10 feet, 10 feet.
Pacifist almost cleared, but bumped just to the infield and had to roll all the way back behind.
Kingslayer grinding there around the inside line. Not quite enough. It is enough to get Pacifist through with lead jammer status.
First lead for Rodeo City since jam number 7. And Kingslayer almost clear. Bonnie Wright has to let go as they are out of play. Pacifist rolled back by Wreck-It Rebecca. No pack is called. And Pacifist calls off the jam.
Another administrative penalty called against Georgia Ogif. Either because she did it or because she's the captain, one or the other. Gonna go have a seat for destroying the pack. There's a thing in Derby. You can only play roller derby within 20 feet of the largest group of people who are within 10 feet of each other who are members of both teams, and it's a lot.
Laceration set to jam against the Curly Dervish. One skater pack advantage for Rodeo City. As Georgia sits in the penalty box, and the Curly Dervish out first. Lead jammer Ariel Payne trying to hold on, but has to let go.
Laceration also out of the pack, racing around the track. Curly Dervish ducking and juking and racing, trying to find a lane, holding her space around the last line of defense. She is through with 4. Laceration, meanwhile, races up and bumps hips around the inside line.
Curly comes to the pack and just yells out, points, points, points. Like she's Chris Hardwick on the first run of After Midnight.
Curly Dervish with 2 points on that pass, making 3 points on that pass, making 7-4 in favor of Jet City. Less than 5 minutes in this half. Now is the time to get your 50-50 raffle tickets.
Ooh, time
we
for
have
a call.
a team timeout. We love a team timeout.
We do love a team timeout. It's a team timeout. It's a perfect time to talk about All Ply Roofing.
Yes, it is.
All Ply Roofing offers residential and commercial roofing services to clients in and around Snohomish County. This family-owned and operated business has replaced, repaired, and maintained roofs from Bellingham to Tacoma, North Bend to Bremerton. Find them at allplyroofing.com to see how they can create a roof system to fit your needs. If you go to the All Ply concession stand, though, and ask them about roofing, they won't know anything.
They don't know anything about roofing, but
they do know about.
Grateful to All Ply Roofing for sponsoring our concessions.
Yes.
And again, I will say, if you are a business owner or someone you know is a business owner, and you would like to have us say the name of your business multiple times throughout a game of roller derby, if the jam line was sponsored today, I would be able to say that Hazardous Energy and Psychosis were playing patty cake on the Your Business Here jammer line.
And who doesn't want that? 4:33 to go in the half. Copperhead.
Like I want to sponsor the jammer line.
She should be the hi to your boyfriend's jammer line. Mr. Your boyfriend, cough up a check.
My partner is up in the stand.
Oh, he's shaking his head. He's like, no, that's not in the budget. Hazardous Energy clears the pack.
Meanwhile, Copperhead bumped to the outside. Huge bump by... That was Crash Smash. And meanwhile, run all the way back by Wreck-It Rebecca, who had been in the front. Chose to run back because that's how to confuse a jammer. Meanwhile, Hazardous Energy through with 4.
Copperhead forced out of bounds, rolled back by Psychosis. Sixth Amendment also rolling back. And Hazardous Energy, 4 more on the board. Star pass complete to Bonnie Riot.
Bonnie Riot, an MVP from the earlier game, star in hand, getting ready to come around, looking to put some points up for Rodeo City. High block called against the Jet City Jammers. So we're going to have a power jam for Bonnie Riot.
Bonnie Riot now with the star firmly planted on the head. And Psychosis called for the low block. It's Bonnie Riot Forced out of bounds.
Going to be run back by Wreck-It Rebecca. Kestrel also run back, but you're allowed to re-enter in front of one teammate, which they knew, and they did. Kestrel setting up.
Bonnie Riot dropped to the track. His hazardous energy out of the unsponsored penalty box. Back in play. Trying to get through the pack. Its time runs out on the jam.
4-3 in favor of Rodeo City, that pass. Just a thought to the friends and fans in the audience. If this looks like fun, but you're not sure you're ready to be bumped and ground and hit by these skaters, we are also always recruiting skating officials. Email us, volunteer@jetcityrollerderby.com. We would normally have one more ref on the inside and two more on the outside. We would love to have you join us.
Yes, indeed.
We're happy to train you.
V. Lucy Raptor jamming against Leanna Klokya. And the penalty box currently empty.
You jinxed it. I
did.
guarantee it. Leanna Klokya bumped to the inside there by Sterling Temper. Knows exactly who to come back in behind. Not in fact tricked at all by people running back who didn't need to.
And bumped out again.
Oh, Leanna Klokya down but not out.
Oh, down but not out. Oh, see, the line's too hard to see from here. Pushing on Allison Thunderland. Surly Temper holding as well. Now Psychosis joining the party. And forced out. Allison Thunderland rolling back.
Beautiful backwards run back waterfalling work there by the Jet City defense. Georgia O'Sheaf there at the front trying to get her jammer through. And it works. V. Lucy Raptor finds a lane on the inside, getting just past Silent but Violent.
Minute and 5 to get lead jammer in that jam, but V. Lucy Raptor collects. And Leanna Klokya also finally clear.
Push those blockers all the way to the edge of the engagement zone. V. Lucy Raptor looking for a lane. Almost finds it. Gets bumped to the inside. It was CC later doing that work.
A 3-2 jam. 123-52 our score. As we tick down. Pass Your Fist set to jam against Crash Panda.
This is close. I'm not sure what's going to happen.
I know. It's exciting. Oh, intermission hits first.
Intermission is what's going to happen. They were so ready.
They were ready for anyone. It's important to enjoy your time in the penalty box. Crash Panda, Pass Your Fist, ready to roll.
Everyone seems happy.
At the yet unpaid for Heidi Your Boyfriend jammer line. But I think Andrew's working on the Venmo up there, getting ready to pay that sponsorship bill. Crash Panda clears lead jammer Jet City to start off second half of game number 2. Psychosis out of the pack, and everybody goes to the ground.
Official timeout called.
All right. Wave attempt beginning, and then they had to all go back to work. That was pretty good, actually.
Okay,
Not
that's
bad.
the best wave I've
Not
ever
bad at
seen.
all.
But I love the Kestrel fans in the beer garden with the poster. I think we have some Mob City skaters with posters also up in the scene. We love it when you bring posters.
But hey, we got roller derby, and we got Yo-Yo Mauler.
Yo-Yo Mauler is lead jammer right now.
King Slayer held behind the aforementioned Kestrel, trying to break things free. But Rodeo absorbing, and Yo-Yo Mauler inside lane, 4 points on the board. Surly Temper knocked out of bounds.
Yo-Yo Mauler through, but down. Decides to call that off 4-0, Rodeo City.
$124-60.
That's Laceration getting ready to jam there for Rodeo City, squaring off this time against Velociraptor.
Four on four in the pack, 5-on-5 roller derby and Laceration out first. Lead jammer, Rodeo City. Velociraptor runs room on the outside, clears the pack as Laceration back. Engaged and looking to the outside, bumps into Sia Wouldn't Want to Be a and calls off the jam.
All 4 points there for Laceration, 4-0 jam in favor of Rodeo City. Hazardous Energy returning to the jammer line. And the Kestrel fans in the beer garden once again waving a poster.
Copperhead with the star for Rodeo City. Both teams still full strength. It's Jet rolling back behind the Hi Dear Boyfriend jammer line.
Hazardous Energy bump to the outside, then to the inside. Amazing defensive work by See Ya Later.
Hazardous Energy outside edge. Caught again by CC later. And that lets Copperhead break free. Lead jammer 3 straight for Rodeo City. Lucy Nation. Rolling through, but did go out of bounds and therefore went null. So Hazardous Energy able to hop back up and run right through.
The problem with that hit was only that it happened right in front of MF Chaz, who was able to see that blocker went out on that hit, and therefore the jammer could re-enter in front of him without any penalty.
Kestrel was.
Sometimes it's hard to know, but MF Chaz always knows.
He's like Santa that way. He always knows. Copperhead was run all the way back and has now worked to the front. Going chest to chest with Crash Smash him. It's Hazardous Energy tied up at the back.
Pinballing back and forth there at the back of the pack. Meanwhile, Copperhead through with 4. 4-0 jam in favor of Rodeo City. They're going to call it.
126-68.
Let me do what I was doing.
Curly Dervish jamming against Leanna Klakya. Leanna Klakya thought Curly went out. Refs did not agree.
Both jammers pinballed back and forth and forth and back and back and forth and forth and back. Curly Dervish making it to the front first, emerging with lead jammer status. Checking the hat, making sure it's tight before re-entering the pack. Georgia Ogif once again called to the penalty box for a pack destruction penalty.
And the Curly Dervish picks up 4. On the run through is Leanna Klakya. Rolled back again, now fighting against the 3 Jet City blockers, caught by Wreck-It Rebecca. Teaming up with Kestrel and Allison Thunderland, who have to let her go. Leanna Klakya is clear.
Kestrel opening up a teeny tiny lane on the inside. That's all it's going to take for the Curly Dervish to get through, putting up 4 points. Jet City's going to reform at the front. Bonnie Riot doing her best to make that difficult.
No pack called. Curly Dervish calls off the jam. A 4-2 pass gives us a 10-4 jam, 136-72.
Well, that's Crash Panda.
And that's Yo-Yo Mauler.
And that is Yo-Yo Mauler. 4-3 pack advantage in favor of Rodeo City as Wreck-It Rebecca is still having a chat with Riot over in the penalty box.
Lead jammer Yo-Yo Baller.
I'm just saying, when I say those are our most popular NSOs, I'm not kidding.
Fresh Panda also clear. Yo-Yo Baller wide open lane. Speedy quick through the pack. Taps the hips, calls off the jam, holding Fresh Panda scoreless.
Beautiful offensive work there by Rodeo City, opening up a lane. Their jammer could pass through the pack like their other team wasn't even there. Well, Pass Ya Fist is back on the jammer line. Once again, jamming against V. Lucy Raptor. Again, I will mention the title of her book is Living Forever and Other Terrible Ideas. You can find it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or any place books are sold.
Can I go to my local B. Dalton? Will it be there?
I miss Walden Books.
Oh, so much. We're old.
But that's because I also write books for my job.
Pack slowly creeping into turn one. Both jammers held at the back. Now it's starting to split apart, and as V. Lucy Raptor ducking to the inside, but captured. As 1245, silent but violent, holding the back line, rushing up, but not able to catch. 0-1 Aerial Pain, and lead jammer goes to V. Lucy Raptor.
Number 7-9 Bonnie Riot once again going to go have a seat.
And Lucy able to duck around Aerial Pain for 4 points.
Oh, a little bump. Georgia bumped out, but only slightly manages to re-enter. Legally right there and get right in the way of the jammer. Going to open a lane for V. Lucy Raptor, who's going to take it, coming through with 4 points for Jet City.
Oh, and a cut track called on Pass Ya Fist. Power jam for V. Lucy Raptor, who is tipped to the infield. And V. Lucy Raptor calls off the jam.
It's fun when I can hear it from here.
Yes.
The Jet City bench coaches have big projecting voices, and I appreciate that. I think their skaters do too. Hazardous Energy is pulling up once again to the jammer line. This will be a power start.
Indeed.
As our dear friend Pacifist is still hanging out with Mama Bunny. We love you, Mama Bunny.
Hazardous Energy pumping left and right.
Fantastic offense there by Jet City. Answered in turn by the Rodeo City defense, but Hazardous Energy still able to squeak through, coming up around with lead jammer status.
Hazardous Energy on the scoring pass. Bops the pack. Caught by Hula C Nation. And forced out of bounds by number 303, Phoenix Fury.
Huge shoulder check there by Phoenix Fury.
And penalty thinning things out as 404 CC later heads to the penalty box. Hazardous Energy, yeah.
I didn't see the call. I am sure it was a good one. Allison Thunderland with a huge hip check, sending the jammer to the outside. Meanwhile, that is Hula C Nation there at the back of the pack, making Hazardous Energy's life as difficult as possible. Big check then by Phoenix Fury.
Hazardous Energy's like, that was enough of that. We'll call off the jam. Let someone else try.
Is cooked but not done. Going to return to the bench. Bolstered by the joy of Crash Smash'em. King Slayer is back on the jammer line, squaring off this time against Laceration.
4-on-3 pack advantage to start the jam for Jet City. Ending as CC later out of the penalty box and back. Engaged in holding part of that four wall at the back. As Laceration pushes through the middle and grabs lead jammer for Rodeo City. 150 to 76. Our score, just under 19 minutes to go in the game. Kingslayer is clear. It's semi-dangerous. Tried to give chase, but decided, I'm going to be out of play by the time I get there.
Laceration found a beautiful lane there on the inside. Going to run up. Meanwhile, semi-dangerous going to get called to the penalty box. Going to go have a seat for 30 minutes. Laceration gets into a teammate who's in the right spot to play offense. Didn't quite make that happen. Kingslayer. In, out, in, and through. 4 points, Jet City. 4 points, Rodeo City.
8-4 Rodeo City Jam win. That takes them to 84. Jet City 154. A 70-point game.
Copperhead rolling back around to the jammer line, standing next to the Curly Dervish. As a person who goes by the Ginger Villain, I gotta say, I love a 2-ginger jammer line. Curly Dervish around the outside through with lead jammer status.
Copperhead held at the back of the pack. Curly in on the scoring pass, ducking around the outside. Oh, but picking up
Curly
the
Dervish
back
going to go
block.
have a seat for a back block penalty. Also, See Ya Wouldn't Want to Be Ya going to go have a seat. Not only do we have a power jam for Hula C Nation, who took the star pass, but also a 4-3 pack advantage for Rodeo City. Huge hit there by Alice in Thunderland. Not quite enough to send the jammer out, but Crash Smash'em says, okay, fine. Mess with me now. Jet City with a big 3-wall. Thank you for doing the interesting stuff right in front of me.
Yes.
Push to the inside by Wreck-It Rebecca. Held there by Alice in Thunderland. Push to the out by Crash Smash'em. Incredible work there by Semi-Dangerous from Rodeo City, making sure Crash Smash'em could not run the jammer back. Incredible penalty kill by Jet City. Less than a quarter of a track, and Curly Dervish is back 4 points in the sky.
Hula C Nation held again by Crash Smash'em and Allison Thunderland. See Ya Wouldn't Want to Be, and now jumping into the fray.
Meanwhile, Curly Dervish with a juke and jive, a roll, and 4 more points.
And Curly sliding through again with an easy 4. Time on the jam ticking down. We're going to the full 2 minutes.
Oh, indeed. I wasn't even looking at the time. I was that engaged in the game. Curly Dervish threw again. 4 more points in the sky past the last line of defense.
Hula C Nation bumped out of bounds.
Jacqueline Hyde's just laughing.
And clapping. A little of both. Hula C Nation
did. When Jack is happy.
Yep, Hula did pick up 4 points. That'll take Rodeo to 88. Jet City 170. Leanna Clockya, Crash Panda.
Leanna Clockya. Squeaking through the outside, she is going to be your lead jammer.
And Crash Panda hopping past to clear the pack. Getting around Bonnie Riot. Surly Temper with the shoulder, but Leanna Clockya able to hold on. One-legged. Maintains the corner for 4.
Leanna Clockya doing an excellent job of holding space. They're going to stay inbounds, coming around, trying to put some more points on the board.
Nice offensive work by Bonnie Riot, followed by the defense getting shoved over by Phoenix Fury to tip Crash Panda out.
No pack called there for a moment. That means no one can play roller derby. All you can do is get closer together. Crash Panda called for a cut track penalty.
Again with the hip check, foot bumped as just enough out of bounds that refs saw it and kept going forward. 2 points for Crash.
I have to say, one of the benefits of having skaters who play this game reffing today is that they have been really great about holding the hand signals for an extra amount of time to make sure the skater sees what they're being called for. And that means the announcer.
We get to see what they're being called for, yes.
Because we don't have the machine in front of us that tells us what the lineup trackers have. These jam referees are our favorite right now.
Number 48, Yo-Yo Mauler on the power start.
Rodeo City also with a blocker advantage in the pack. CC later doing a fantastic job making that blocker advantage work. Meanwhile, Psychosis, Alice and Thunderland doing what they can to make it matter less. Alice and Thunderland with a big hit knocks the jammer down, but not out. Psychosis holding space, but not actively blocking there at the edge of the engagement zone. Yo-Yo Mauler has emerged with lead jammer status, but that did kill the penalty. Crash Panda is out of the box through the pack. Yo-Yo Mauler 2 points on the board. Gonna call the jam. 176-102. That is a closer score than it probably sounds like if you don't know roller derby. 12 and a half minutes left in the game. Velociraptor getting ready to jam against Pass Ya Fist. We got some Fist fans up in the stands. I hear you. I hear you.
Everybody packing together as the teams start to split. Giorgio Ogif on the bridge between. Pass Your Fist. Able to sneak through. Georgia trying to close the door, but not quite able to get there in time. Third straight jam with a lead coming from Rodeo City. And a cut track called.
Beautiful hip check back and forth and back again by Pacifist. Meanwhile, Velociraptor going to go have a seat with our amazing NSOs over in the penalty box. Power jam for Rodeo City.
Rodeo City with a knockout and run back, catching Velociraptor. Pacifist clears the pack.
Wreck-It Rebecca with a big effort. There is the last line of defense. Not quite enough. Pacifist is out and through. 4 points in the sky for Rodeo City.
Rodeo rolling forward with some offense. Everybody falling over.
Clean up mile 3.
And Lucy's cleared from the penalty box and back into play. Pacifist calls off the jam. Adds one more
point there for Rodeo City. 176-111. Jet City in the lead, but that's a really close score. 10 and a half minutes left in the game. The Curly Dervish is returning to the jammer line, as is Laceration. I see a team timeout happening. Team timeouts are 1 minute long. 1 minute is exactly the right amount of time for commercials. Waving at someone in the crowd. Panda loves you, whoever you are. I love the Rodeo City fans. Rodeo City fans, make some noise.
Thank you for coming across the mountains.
It is so rare that we have a visiting team come that brings fans that are so much fun and so loud.
Y'all are winning.
And so, we enjoy you so much. I'm going to have to come to Ellensburg again. I have been to one of your games. I'm going to have to come again because you all are having a really great time here, and I appreciate you.
Official timeout. Once again.
Because I have a meeting tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.
Yeah. All right. Someone's booing meetings on Sundays. That is the right answer.
You understand.
Absolutely the right answer. 10 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Curly Dervish, laceration, not lath. And Curly is your lead jammer. That's laceration. Hip whips herself to the ground.
Yeah.
Hard to hip whip off someone who's going the other direction.
To the ground, but down, not out. Gonna race through the pack.
We need less ghost blockers in this turn.
That's the ghost trip line that we all put there.
Yes.
That's sponsored by Strixhaven, Omens of Chaos from Magic the Gathering.
Second 4-point pass.
And all the players are like, what is happening? I think that's some really correct energy to put here, but there's hazardous energy going toward the jammer line. Oh, squaring off against Copperhead. Super effective jammer for Rodeo City in Game 1 and Game 2 because some of these skaters are overachievers.
Yes, quite a few.
In fact, both of these jammers are here to overachieve and make some of us look bad.
Copperhead pushing at the front, hazardous energy trying to find a line on the inside.
Meanwhile, hazardous energy with a bump, a grind, a bump, and now a push. They're dealing with the last line of defense. Gets a little help, not quite enough. Hazardous energy is your lead jammer.
Star pass complete on the Rodeo City side. Bonnie Riot, now your jammer of record. Update your score sheet to 7-9 instead of 1-9. Hazardous energy taps the hips, calls off the jam with a 3-point run.
Hazardous energy said that's quite enough, thank you. Meanwhile, Crash Panda is back on the jammer line, ready to do a little more.
With Leanna Klakya set to jam for Rodeo City. And just in order to properly jinx it, this is the third straight jam, I think, with all skaters eligible on the track.
Crash Panda racing through, manages to get past a very fast last line of defense. Coming around, hitting a 2-wall and just busting through it. A little Red Rover there at the back of the pack.
Perfect
Crash
contact.
Panda through with 4.
Hitting the seam exactly where it's all shoulder.
Where the seam was a seam.
Exactly. No back block play.
That was both amazing and also ow.
Right.
Crash Panda knocked down but not out. Manages to stay up and inbounds. 4 points in the sky for Jet City.
Leanna Klakya through to complete the initial.
Direction of gameplay penalty going to be assessed against Phoenix Fury. If not all 8 wheels are going in the derby direction, you are not allowed to make contact with another player.
Crash
And
Panda.
that is the thing ATG says happened, and I'm going to believe him because I've known him for 16 years.
Crash Panda picking up 4 more at 12-point jam. Now 199 to 110. 7 minutes to go in the game. And number 1, 2, 3.
Pinkerton, you're on the jammer line.
For the first time tonight.
I love it.
Jamming against number 48.
That's Yo-Yo Mauler. That's a very effective jammer there for Rodeo City. Whoever is cheering and whoever you're cheering for, you're doing the right thing.
Pinkerton, forced out by Bonnie Riot, but Bonnie Riot rolls out as well.
Also, Pinkerton is through first, but did not gain lead jammer status as the blocker who knocked her out went null. She came back in, but has not legally uprighted inbounds past that skater. Therefore, lead is still available. Oh, except the other jammer took the cover off. This jam is going to go 2 whole minutes.
Pinkerton, that's what Pinkerton wanted. Give me the star in a 2-minute jam. This will be great.
I'm going to say right now, Maya Sora and Helldiver and Mac and Cheese are in the audience, and Raven is in the audience, and all of them are like, a 2-minute jam is not my favorite.
Psychosis says it's not her favorite either and heads to the penalty box for a rest. As Pinkerton forced to the infield. Yo-Yo Mauler passes the star off to Bonnie Riot.
If we're going 2 minutes anyway,
might as well
pass that star.
Give a minute of jam time to somebody else.
Bonnie Riot, MVP of the previous game.
Bonnie Riot bouncing between, held up by
Gonna get it by Allison Thunderland at the front of the pack. Rebecca getting sent to the penalty box. Meanwhile, Psychosis is out.
Georgia O'Keefe I believe, with the star for Jet City as Bonnie Riot through with 4 more. And Jojo G finally.
Have a seat also. Meanwhile, Star has been passed. 3 points with the Star on ahead. Star passed a person in a hand. You don't get a point for that. 6-3 in favor of Rodeo City. 4.5 minutes left to go in this game. After that, everyone 21 and older will be gathering at the Bulldog Saloon. It's right there. And you, too, should, in fact, join us. King Slaya and Pacifist currently on the track, jamming for their respective teams. 3-on-3 in the pack.
Wreck-It Rebecca back out of the penalty box and takes out Hula C Nation, and they both go down.
Beautiful blocking there at the back of the pack from both teams, but it is Pacifist who emerges with lead jammer status.
King Slaya also completing that initial pass. As Pacifist, holding on to the hips of Sith Amendment, grabs the 4 points.
Kingslayer looking for a lane, does not find it. Instead finds Sith Amendment and Semi-Dangerous. Kingslayer working and working, just barely managing to get back inbounds legally.
Sith Amendment and Surly Temper going to the ground. Kingslayer still held up. It's Pacifist with 8 points on the jam now. Kingslayer 1 to beat, bumped down, but
sometimes 1 to beat is 1 too many.
Yes, I was like, I can't tell again, too far
Incredible
away.
work there by Semi-Dangerous as the last line of defense. Jam is called. Kingslayer did have all 4 points in the hat. However, it was a 9-4 jam in favor of Rodeo City. Little over 2.5 minutes left as the Curly Dervish returns to the jammer line, as does Laceration.
Curly Dervish bumped left to right. Looking to the inside and dropped to the track. This Laceration just held in the middle.
Incredible blocking work there by Kestrel and Georgia Ogief, anchored by Alice and Thunderland. Meanwhile, Curly Dervish fighting there at the front of the pack, manages to push the last line of defense beyond the engagement zone.
Laceration passes the star off. Bonnie Riot.
Bonnie Riot, hugely important player for that team tonight in both games. This time wearing the star for Rodeo City.
Curly through with 4. Coming back for the second scoring pass. Ducking under the shoulder check from Sour Patch and breaking through with 4 more.
Forearm penalty called against Alice and Thunderland. Alice, Sugarplum, how dare you? You were so close, but you did do it. Curly Dervish forward to the outside by Laceration, going to be run back to the edge of the engagement zone. Oh, incredible bridging work there by Rodeo City. Curly Dervish says, I don't care, eat the clock, whatever. My team's ahead. Curly Dervish finds an opening. A lane on the outside, pushes through, just gets by the last line of defense. She is through with 4 more points for Jet City.
Bonnie Riot also completing, almost. Kestrel getting in the way, but was like, oh, wait, I'm way far ahead. Three more points up for Curly, so a 15-12 jam now, 221 to 141.
Moments left in this game. You know that because I'm standing, and I'm way too lazy to stand up for more than a jam or two. That is Copperhead. That is V Lucy Raptor. There are seconds left on the clock. We are, in fact,
almost on jam time alone. Almost. Not quite.
On jam time.
All right, there we go. Lucy pushing at the front. Copperhead held at the back. Crash Panda teaming up as Psychosis with the rollback.
Copperhead back in it, dealing with a 2-wall there at the back. Meanwhile, V Lucy Raptor getting bumped to the inside. Coming back through, looking for some offense. Instead, finds a 3-wall, but does emerge with lead jammer status.
Rodeo City turning to offense, but able to move one or two, but not both. And a star pass complete. Copperhead passing to CC later.
See ya later, hat in hand, getting bumped there by Surly Temper here at the Apex. Having to deal with crash smash. And meanwhile, V Lucy Raptor
Chapping the hips to call the jam and getting shoulder checked out of bounds at the same time. That is our game. Your unofficial final score. Jet City B52s 224, Rodeo City 141.
And I am small. Thank you,
All
mac and
assistance.
cheese.
Mac and cheese.
It's going to take both hands. It's really heavy. Got it?
Mac and cheese is strong.
Mac and cheese knows what
It's
they
the
are
world.
doing. All right, friends and fans, the referees have, in fact, cleared the track, so you should come stand on this beautiful yellow line.
And let's give it up for your winners.
What they're doing.
Jet City Roller Derby.
Jet City
Go
Roller.
skate! Chris knows what's what.
Right,
Oh,
you're heavy.
Georgia is coming out.
Oh, Georgia.
Georgia is ready.
Hi, honey. I love your glitter. Can you tell me who is the MVB for Rodeo City?
MVP is number 111.
Number 111. That's you. You're right there. You're so pretty.
Sour Patch.
We love you for that. All right. What is number MVJ?
Number 48.
Number 48.
Yo-Yo Mauler.
Yo-Yo Mauler. And overall MVP.
Number 8.
Number 8.
Hula C Nation.
You got a dinosaur. All right. All right.
Dinosaur Tea Party.
I saw somebody with you're right there. You were behind me. Okay. I love you for that. Okay. What is the MVB?
320.
Number 320.
Wreck-It Rebecca.
That, and she's got a thing for you too. Wreck-It Rebecca. All right. MVJ.
517.
Number 517. Curly Dervish. You're adorable, but no one is surprised. Okay, and overall MVP.
123.
Number 1, 2, 3.
Pinkerton.
Pinkerton. Thank you so much. Now, everyone, let the photographer take a picture and then turn around and wave to the streaming audience because we have people at home who are watching. Thank you, mac and cheese. Friends and fans, thank you so much. We will see you back here in May, right here for the Jet City season closing bout. We appreciate you so much for coming tonight. Thank you for your patience with the March bout not happening. Thank you. In fact, in behalf of Scott Chicken,
Yes.
Jet City Roller Derby, my name is Heidi. Thank you and good night.